It was the 4th of July, and following a challenging slog, Dean, Tad, and I had been enjoying the magnificent view from the lookout on Monument Ridge. Our other traveling companion, Matt, had gone in search of a campsite for us. All suitable dispersed locations we had traveled by were occupied, and we wished to limit our impact on untrammeled lands. We were to meet Matt at Cozy Campground, which had empty sites, but was located adjacent to a busy highway.
There's a little buck. Oh yeah.
Finished the loop and are now headed for a campground that Matt knows about.
We arrived at Granite Creek Campground late in the afternoon and were fortunate to find 3 empty sites. Although it has over 50 sites and would be full that night, fellow campers were surprisingly quiet and respectful of other campers and the land. We had a pleasant evening sitting around the campfire, and the next morning would leave early, headed for Gray's Creek.
You found this piece in the scrapyard?
Yeah.
And it fit perfectly for the tire?
The round and the triangle plate to triangulate the welding to make it stronger.
And you got a rear winch also.
Yep. So we stuck a rear winch in there.
That's pretty cool. What's the plan today, boss?
We're headed up into Gray's River. We're just going to bang around until we find a place that looks like a nice place to camp. Stop there.
Okay.
About 5 miles down, the road turns south, but it continues east on a stretch called Little Gray's River. And I've read it's almost described as like a wildlife sanctuary. It goes back to a hiking trailhead. It's about 5 miles, and I thought we'd kind of wind back there and see what we can find. I don't know if it's going to be good camping or anything. And you know that Gray's River Road was closed until a couple weeks ago. No. They had a landslide.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, big one.
Oh, I remember you
and it just completely, it went all the way across the road, and it was closed for months.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to day 4 of Utah, Idaho, Wyoming Ramble. Last night we camped at Granite Creek Campground in Wyoming. It's a Forest Service campground. It has a lot of sites, 50, 60 sites, and was surprisingly quiet all last night and all this morning. Drove into Alpine Junction, gassed up, picked up ice for those who need ice, and are now headed up into the Bridger National Forest. on Grays River Road.
Dad, what is that on your engine?
A couple hamburgers, get them warm for lunch.
We have turned up Little Grays River Road from Grays River Road. So when you see a hillside like that on the right, is that from an avalanche?
Really old fire and then blowdown.
There's no evidence of burning. I don't see any blackening or anything like that.
Yeah, somebody's done some repair work on this road.
If we go left, we go over to an old guard station and also to something called Water Dog Lake, which I'd kind of like to see.
This is pretty going up here. I smell smoke. Left turn about a 10th of a mile past the cattle guard. Copy that.
We're coming down here to check out the McCain guard station. It was booked for the night, otherwise we'd had that for tonight. It's a really pretty meadow that it's in. We're all headed for Water Dog Lake. This must be it right here. There they are. We've departed Water Dog Lake and are headed back down Little Grays River Road to Grays River Road.
This is where the landslide occurred, right here.
Whole thing came down.
Yeah, fortunately, they just got the road opened a couple weeks ago.
Whoa, this is nice.
It's weird, but it's nice.
And we're headed off on a side road here.
Well, that explains the water truck. Fancy ranch up there.
And we've made the turn toward Deadman's Creek. We'll follow Deadman's Creek up here a little ways and see what we find.
And what we found was a beautiful dispersed campsite along the creek. Since it appeared that foul weather might be incoming, we decided to set up camp early, relax, and leave exploring the upper reaches of the canyon until tomorrow morning. Well, we set up camp here at Deadman's Creek, and we've been sitting down relaxing for about an hour. Some storms are developing around the area. It doesn't look like anything that's going to be really serious, but it is bringing some temporary rain in, and so we've retreated to our various places to stay dry.
A little bit of hail in that.
Is there?
He's right.
I hear that tinking that it makes when it hits the metal. Don't you just love it when it's hailing and raining and sunny at the same time?
Yeah.
Well, that was exciting. 9 months.
How far from Chuck?
9 months.
Sure. There's a bunch of those spur roads.
I mean, I have to warn you, it says Deadman's Mine on the map. I have no intel that there's actually still any kind of...
Yeah, the topo map does not show a little mine symbol.
How far is it to the park station?
40 miles.
Oh, so it's not very far.
Depends on how we play it, yeah. Do we want to go there and like check in, and then if somebody wants to go like bang around for a while, just bang around and come back, you know? We'll be good. We'll be back up in the Grays River area for a couple minutes. Bring it all with you.
And you're getting the video.
Good.
I definitely have enough food.
I'm between you.
The director makes an appearance.
Director, producer,
Yeah.
sound
Financier.
guy, editor, production assistant.
Producer's the big one because that's the guy that financed it.
I'm not paying you guys anything.
No, you're not.